Hey everybody, welcome back. We are watching Witchblade. We are on season 1, episode 6, I believe now. And this one is called Maelstrom. And I've heard the term before. Mal in general, when you're looking at the root of the word, means bad or no good or something like that. But I don't know what the word Maelstrom means. I forget what context I've heard it in and that sort of thing. We will find out what this episode is about and kind of go from there. I imagine we will get more history on the Witchblade. We seem to be doing that every episode, just about every episode. Hopefully the testosterone has calmed down now. I also am wondering when, I got to find another name to call him, Conqueror, when he is going to die. Because if the legend is true and we're following its path, as we did in that one episode, he's going to die at some point. And Ken Irons is getting a bit testy with Nottingham because Nottingham isn't interfering as much as he should be. I'm not quite sure why he was supposed to interfere sooner with the wrestling between the devil and Sarah. For some reason, Irons wanted him to interfere with that. I would think he would want him to fight him, but if he's got nefarious intentions, then I guess he doesn't want the devil to die, per se. The devil didn't die, he's just be gone. So he could pop up again, but I don't think he will. I don't think they'll go with that trope again. Watching JoJo. She's going to scamper up. Scamper up. Oh, no scampering. She loves to go up and down the poles, though, without using the shelves. And Pretty's going to sit up there where you can see her. Nice and pretty when you're not being blinded by the sun. All right, let's get on to the next episode. Conkabar. You know, the other thing that trips me up about his name, Concubar, is that it sounds very similar to concubine. And it's making me wonder, since the Witchblade's got to have a bloodline, I'm wondering, and they were talking about broodmares and all that kind of stuff, I wonder if concubine is kind of flipped in this scenario. And I don't think they would do this on the show because she wouldn't be able to be the warrior that she is. Although they did it on Xena, so maybe. But I think if she got pregnant, it would be very hard to do all the action she's got to do with the Witchblade. So I don't think it's going to go that route, but his name is so similar to that, it makes me wonder as well. Since the glove seems to be right-handed, I wonder what would happen if a left-handed person came into possession of the glove. That's a bit creepy. So creepy. Ugh. Is this the episode where he dies?
What did I tell you?
Why wouldn't Irons want him to be a part of the story? Why would he send the black dragons to attack him? Unless they're doing this to control Sarah. Oh, maybe it's not the black dragons. Of course, there's only the 2 black dragons left, right? Mobius and Nottingham. Mobius didn't die, did he? Maybe he did. Is it the IRA? Although I thought they were only active in Ireland. In the surrounding area.
Have you seen your brother lately?
Faye! Enough! Is your brain, Faye?
He's supposed to die a horrible death.
This guy is a Mick rock and roller. The big surprise would be if he didn't get into a fight and turn up missing every now and then.
You're not gonna help me, are you?
I always said you were a quick study.
So much for family.
What's the game plan?
It's my play, you follow.
parked in front of a fire hydrant.
Connor Durian. He's a hitman for the West ACL Cosa Nostra.
That jet was really close. I think that one flew right over top of the house.
Does it bother you at all that this man is completely innocent?
Not in the least. Every war has collateral damage.
Her saying he's completely innocent makes me think he's not. Everyone she cares about. She's a poser.
And yet, I see big things for your future here. Big things.
He's going to try to get Jake to turn on Sarah.
For leaving.
You refused me.
I wonder if he's the one that set up the situation, although Nottingham seemed to indicate they were wondering if this was the Blade's way of testing her. But he could have intervened because he's jealous. Just a little bit of firepower. Deadpool would be pleased. And she's not going to leave him behind. I wonder if she can call the Blade back. Like what happened in the museum. That was kind of cool how he dodged it. Okay, that was weird. Well, I did okay until she started crying. I knew he was going to die just because everything was based on the legend, and everything else in the legend came true. So that part didn't get me. It was her crying that did. We're seeing Jake stick up for his partner, even though he doesn't quite understand her, which seems to be showing him as the good guy. They've outed Dante and Orlinsky as the bad guys. They're getting paid off by, I don't know if it's one of the pimps or one of the gang guys. It's weird how that discoloration happens. It's from the window, apparently, but not quite sure. Because my hand doesn't change from light to dark or anything. So I don't know how that defection is working, but that's all right. The Witchblade didn't work necessarily how I was thinking it might, like her being able to call to it and bring it back to her. We did see it betray the poser, Fiona, I think was her name, in that it kept its blade in John Patrick, so I don't have to say the other word. It kept the blade in him, betraying her so that she couldn't defend herself against a bullet. But I'm wondering where the bullet came from, because now that I'm thinking back, she was out of bullets. Did she pick up another gun? Where did the other bullet come from? Nottingham is being defiant and put the blade back on Sarah. I think it's because he recognizes that the blade does belong with her from what he's observed and how she's using it and everything. Whereas Kenneth is treating him poorly and demeaning to him and all that. So I think we're going to see Nottingham protect Sarah more and more as this series goes on. I didn't check to see how many episodes are in this season. So I don't know if we're halfway or if we're only a quarter of the way. So we are over halfway. There are only 11 episodes in the first season. We'll have to see where things go. Season 2 only has 12 episodes. So this will be short as far as recording these, but I was trying to think. Kenneth has changed his perspective in that he no longer wants to control Sarah, but he wants the Witchblade himself. I'm wondering if that's because he's realized he can't control Sarah, or if he just wants to lord it over her that he has it and therefore she needs to do everything he wants, that sort of thing. That could be it too. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. Next episode, I'm assuming she's going to be mourning John Patrick, and I think there's going to be a lot of her, Jake, and Danny. And maybe she'll let Jake in on what's going on. Maybe she'll at least clue him in a little bit. We'll have to see what happens and go from there. But thank you for joining me on this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.